I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Officer Awaya of the I.S.U.P.K. I'm the Commander General of Yohanna since 1969, and we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. And what that priest and prophet before me was bringing out, and what all my brothers been bringing out, been heavy, man. It's been heavy, and we learned because knowing who we are is what's going to actually get us out of the condition that we in. Right. If you don't know who you are, how can you figure out what to do? You don't know what to do if you can't figure out who you are. Read, Hosea 4:6, read.
I don't know what kind of, sir. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The Most High said his people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. His people is destroyed because we walk around thinking we African. We want to be Buddha. We want to follow Allah. We want to follow Christianity. We want to just have no religion and walk around lost. We think we just blacks. We think we just niggas. We think we just dicks. We are not none of these things. We are the chosen people of the Most High, and it's time we start acting like it. Read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We walk around here, we walk past each other, we don't even speak. We mug, we hurt each other, man. We have to stop that and start showing brotherhood towards one another. Right. Love is the only solution, and we have to learn how to love. Yeah, we don't know how to love each other if we don't even know who we are. Every nation has its own customs. And notice what we do. We follow after every other nation customs. We don't have no customs of our own because we don't know who we are. Read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Now we come out here on these corners to wake you up and tell you who you is. But we got people coming out here, what do? They come up against us. Don't know nothing, think they know something, but know absolutely nothing, trying to come up here and teach us. We prophets of the Most High, man.
That's
we
right.
know who we are. We have our identity. We have our customs. We know our heritage. You can't teach us what we already know. Read that again from the top one more time, folks.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because you rejected knowledge. Read.
I will also reject thee.
Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
And that's what y'all do when y'all come up here. Y'all are rejected and y'all not priests to the Most High. And what y'all do, y'all come up here and try to teach us. Try to teach us. The people who know, we here to teach you. We actually here what we doing is helping you. You don't understand that we come out here and do this out of love. I could be at home chilling with my girl. You think I want to lay up with something soft? I could be doing that. Instead, because we love y'all, guess what we do? We come out here and we teach y'all, man. Because we actually care. Give me John 4:20. Oh, finish that up. Finish that up.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
He not only gonna forget us, he gonna forget our children too. He gonna forget our children too, man. That's how important following. It don't just affect you. It's not just about you. It trickles down to the kids too. Give me Matthew 18 and 21. Because we got to figure out how to do this thing, how to correct this thing. How do we correct this? You correct this with brotherhood, man. We correct it with coming together. Coming together. That's the only thing. That's the one thing that is feared by all our enemies, is that we come together.
That's right.
We,
Matthew chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him?
Peter came to Christ, right? And said, how often should I forgive my brother? Now, you've been mad at your brother for years over $20. You see what I'm saying? You see how idiotic this is?
Right.
Over some stupid argument y'all had. Y'all can't forgive each other and get over it and move past it. You holding grudges for years. Y'all can't sit down at the goddamn table without fighting and arguing because you can't over a simple disagreement. Read.
Till 7 times. Verse 22. Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Christ said, don't just forgive your brother 7 times. Christ said, forgive your brother 70 times 70 times. Meaning it's nothing worse that your brother can do to you that your oppressor is not doing to you. You want to be mad at somebody, you should be mad at your oppressor.
That's right.
Why? Because your oppressor is the reason that you're in the condition that you're in right now.
That's
He's
right.
your enemy, not your brother. You should love your brother, man. You should love your brother. And that's what he don't want you to do. He wants you angry at your brother. He wants you upset at your brother. He wants you hating your brother. But that's not what we teach. We come out here to tell you to love your brother. We stand for Christ. We come out here to teach you to forgive your brother 70 times 70.
Matthew chapter 12 and verse 28. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all?
Now here it is that the scribes is coming. What they're trying to do now, because they want to kill Christ. Because Christ is teaching the people how to come together, and how to love one another, and how to get from up under the Roman oppressor. No different than what we come out here and do. We tell our brothers and sisters to come out from under American oppression and come follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Read.
Verse 29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
We have one power. That's what we have. The Most High God is our one power. We ain't Egyptians when we got 30 different gods, right? But yeah, we follow Egyptians. And what happens in return? We destroy it for that. We not India, as you can see, as my brother brought out earlier. They throwing all their gods away. They got 900 or some nonsense like that. We have one power, the one real power in this earth. The one real power who actually moves things in this earth. Not a bunch of nonsense statues and worshiping rocks and all that old garbage and nonsense.
The Lord our God is one Lord. Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Now, how do you love the Most High with all your heart and all your soul? You love the Most High with all your heart and soul through obedience, through doing the things that he said do, by following his laws, statutes, and commandments. Put down Christmas, put down Thanksgiving, put down Halloween, put down abortion clinics. Put these things down, man, because these things destroy our people. It is the very one reason why we can't get out of the condition that we in. The problem is some of y'all don't think we're in the condition. Y'all love oppressing. Y'all love Christmas. It's too much for you to give up Christmas so that we can get out of the condition that we in. It's too much for you to give up pork because you love pork so much that you don't care about your brothers who's losing their life because you won't stop eating goddamn pork. Read.
With all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
Now this is the first commandment. It's one more that go with that. Read.
Verse 31. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Now, if you love your neighbor as you love yourself, guess what you're not going to do? You ain't going to sell that person drugs, sell him crack. You don't want to be no crackhead. You don't want him to be a crackhead. You're not going to sleep with that brother wife. You don't want nobody sleeping with your wife. You're not going to sleep with his wife.
Right.
These are the things that we're going to do. These are the things that build the fabric of the black community. The very thing, doing those things destroys the fabric of the black community.
That's
okay?
right.
From there on, where we at? Give me John 13 to 34. John 13 to 34. Because we're talking about a solution to some of these problems that we got going on. Some of y'all y'all do the wrong thing. Y'all turn to your senator. Y'all turn to your mayor. Turn to the president. You just got to tell me which one of them has ever helped black people. Just name me one. I don't even want two. Just one. They give us a triplet. The scriptures say a gift destroys the heart. You get the stimulus check and lose your goddamn mind. I bet some of y'all think Trump love y'all after a stimulus check. I bet that's what some of y'all think. He all right. That's my guy. He okay. Read.
A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you.
Now here's the thing. Christ said that we should love one another as he has loved us. How much did Christ love us? Christ loved us to the point where he laid down his life for us. That's a lot of love. That you lay down your life, that you're willing to lay down your life for your love, for your brother, for your sister. Because in doing that, just that type of mindset, it's certain things again that you're not going to do to you. It's a certain way you're going to deal with your brother. It's a certain way you're going to deal with your sister. Not the way that we've been taught here, but the way we're being taught here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You see the difference? Not there, here. That's how we're going to deal with one another. Read.
That ye also love one another. Verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one another. If ye have loved one to another. Verse 36. Simon.
Give me John 15 to 12.
Keep going, keep talking.
That we love one another, man. That's the whole theme about this is loving and trusting in one another. And not only that, having a moral compass, which is what the law, statutes, and commandments give us. It gives us a morality to live by. It gives us a government to live by. It teaches us how to deal with one another. Look at what we've been using. Hollywood housewives and all that garbage. It's destroying us. Read.
John chapter 15 and verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Verse 13. Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
As we were just reading earlier when Christ said, love each other as he has loved you. Man. Love each other as he has loved you. And I said Christ laid down his life. Now Christ is coming back and reiterating that. There's no greater love than you have. It's a mindset when you lay down your life for your friend. It's a certain way you will approach and you will deal with any situation. Even if y'all have a disagreement and y'all don't see eye to eye, you're not gonna bust them upside his goddamn head. You're gonna go about it a whole different way.
Damn right.
You're not gonna go home and get a gun and come back and shoot his house up, kill his newborn. You're gonna change your mindset. You're gonna change the way you think. So you're gonna change the way you're dealing with it, because the example of how we should love one another, Christ set it. Christ set the example.
Read. Verse 14. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you.
And that's how we're going to do it right there, because we're going to follow the law, statutes, and commandment of the Most High. Give me 1 John in chapter 4. That's how we're going to do it. That's going to be that's going to be the pathway that we're going to follow to get the job done. We're going to follow the law, statutes, and commandment, and we're going to come back, and this nation going to rise again. We're going to raise this nation up, man. Read.
1 John chapter 4 verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit. Oh, slack it, sir. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
How can you love God and say you hate your brother?
Right.
And he's telling you to love your brother. You're not being obedient. You don't love him.
Facts.
You lying. You lying to yourself because you ain't tricking God. I don't know what you thought. You ain't tricking him. You ain't tricking us neither. Because we know you don't love your brother. There's no way you can love God. Read.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he has not seen?
Now you don't love your brother that you see every goddamn day. You've been knowing him since he was born, or he been knowing you since you was born. Either way it goes. You see him every day, and you don't love him. Not just that brother, the brother walking up and down the street, the brother that stay next door. You got to offer him over absolutely nothing, and you don't love him, and you see him every day, and y'all can't solve or resolve whatever problem it is that you have. But you gonna say you love the Most High. Impossible. Right. You don't ever even see the Most High. Right. You don't know the Most High, because if you knew the Most High, you would forgive your brother.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.